What's going on, everyone? Sports back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the New York Giants' 24-20 win over the Baltimore Ravens as the Giants improved to 5-1. Who would have thought they would have been off to this type of start? The Giants have looked really good this season. They look like one of the better teams in football, beating another very good opponent in the Baltimore Ravens. I'm super excited about this. And, I want to talk about the victory, of course, as I always do in my post-game video. I apologize I did not have a pre-game video for the second straight week, but I did have my prediction in the community section of the channel. I did have Baltimore winning the game 24-23, so the game was right in that range in terms of the score, and the winner did have 24 points, and that was the New York Giants. But let's talk about the game. Daniel Jones, this guy deserves a second contract. He just does. He's proven that, he's not done being evaluated after this one season. And, you take a look at what the Giants have ahead of them in terms of the schedule. It looks very good and promising, of course, as they have the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Seahawks, and then the bye, and then they have the Texans and the Lions. They very well could start 9-1, right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Giants are that good. They've looked really, really good. Jones was 19 for 27 for 173 yards with 2 touchdowns. He had one turnover in this game. That was the fumble, but that doesn't really count. It's at the end of the first half with no time left. He's just trying to get everybody down there for a Hail Mary. Had that play not have been a Hail Mary, which, every other play of the game would not have been, that turnover doesn't happen. So Jones was just trying to extend the play and just throw something instead of what he would have done just throwing away. So that's another turnover. That's the second one that, really does not count this season for him. But at the end of the day, people are going to look at it, but that numbers are the numbers. Jones, his numbers aren't great, but he's proven that he deserves a chance and a second chance. He's been great. And of course, Saquon Barkley has also been great. 22 carries for 83 yards and a touchdown yesterday. He passed up on a second touchdown with just an unselfish play, unbelievably unselfish. In a contract year when numbers mean everything, he just slides down at the goal line to guarantee victory for the New York Giants. That great spin move, one of the best runs from him this season. But, the Giants are so underrated. Their players are so underrated, and that just goes to show you how good this coaching staff has done with this team. This coaching staff's done an unbelievable job, and they've gotten this team to, ultimately play the way that they have. Brian Daboll, Wink Martindale, Mike Kafka, these guys are unbelievable, and I really hope that the Giants are able to keep this crew together next season, and they really look like they're, just so locked in, and they look like a family out there. It's really, really good to see. Daniel Bellinger has been fantastic this season. He looks like a top 10 tight end in the league. What a steal in the draft from Joe Shane. Wan'Dale Robinson was great today. Both those guys had a touchdown, the 2 rookies. Of course, no one really popped off in terms of the yardage. Jones had, of course, 173 yards, so pretty average. And, he had really everybody get in on the game. Bellinger with the 5 catches for 38 yards. Wan'Dale with 3 catches for 37 yards. Marcus Johnson and Richie James had 2 catches each, 25 yards for Johnson and 18 for Richie James. Darius Slayton, he had a catch for 18 yards. Matt Breida had 2 catches for 17 yards. Saquon Barkley, of course, 3 catches, 12 yards. And then David Sills had that 1 catch for 8 yards. But, ultimately, overall, the Giants, yesterday on third down were just tremendous. And that goes to show you how well Daniel Jones has progressed. His third down numbers were awesome yesterday. 50%, 7 for 14. And, if you take a look at, the yards to go on that, he had 3rd and 14 and 3rd and 11 on back-to-back sets of downs that he converted. He converted the 3rd and 4 touchdown to Wan'Dale. He just had a lot of, really nice third down conversions. The Giants had 18 first downs in this game. They didn't have nearly as many yards as the Ravens in terms of offense, but you take a look at the end of the game, where they were able to get those 2 turnovers, of course, as we move things along to the defense. Before we do that, I just want to say the time of possession has been another factor. The Giants had almost 32 minutes with the football. We're seeing that change, where last year we didn't even have the ball really at all. And then the red zone offense is another story in itself. Had Saquon Barkley gone in and not slid at the 1-yard line, the Giants would have been 4 for 5 in terms of red zone efficiency yesterday. Last year, they would have been 1 for 5 or 2 for 5. So what a great job this offense and this coaching staff has done with this football team. But going over and shifting it to the defensive side of the football, where the Giants got their first interception of the season, of course, from Julian Love, and then they had that strip sack fumble for Kayvon Thibodeau to win the football game. So the Giants had 2 late fourth quarter turnovers on Lamar Jackson, one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL, and ultimately that's what got them to win this football game. Those 2 plays, and then the execution by Daniel Jones. He outplayed Lamar Jackson down the stretch of the fourth quarter. There's no doubt about it. But of course, Dexter Lawrence, another good game. He had a sack. Kayvon Thibodeau had a sack. This Giants team looks really good. And on deck they got the Jaguars, like I said. I think that's a winnable game. I think the Giants have a lot of winnable games left. And they're looking like one of the better teams in the NFC. And I think people got to look out for them, because the Giants are real and the Giants are here. What a time it is to be a Giants fan. But that is all I got in this video. You guys let me know down in the comment section your thoughts on the Giants win against the Baltimore Ravens as they improved to 5-1 and Baltimore drops to 3-3. Let me know all that good stuff down in the comment section. Stay tuned for all the upcoming content on the channel. There's going to be a lot of it. So please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We'll see you guys on the next video. And as always, let's go Giants.